Hey y'all, how's it going? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Basketball Wives, the season finale. Thank God this is the last episode. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy this last episode. So let's jump into it now. We know that Evelyn invited Jen to Amsterdam. Against Shawnee wishes, she invited Jen to Amsterdam, getting Jen to have a sit down with Shawnee in Malaysia to speak her behalf without Tammy there to influence the dynamic or influence their decisions according to their words of her defending herself. But I was like, it's too late now because Jen always had chances after chances to defend herself, and she had shows any proof. She failed to provide any receipts to clear her name. She couldn't find her receipts. And then when she was confronted, she acted like she didn't know what they were talking about. And then you said something, and then you backtrack and say, "Oh, I didn't do all that." And then you admitted that you did stuff like that. But then you coming back and saying, "No, Tammy the one who's blamed." It's like, come on, girl, you flip floppy. It's like stick with your story. So when Evelyn invited her there, I guess she text Kristen because Kristen's cool with Jen, so they sit down together. Kristen, Evelyn, and Jen had this talk, and they were trying to get Kristen to text Shawnee to come have a sit down with them. Because if Shawnee get a text from Evelyn, she would know that what's up because she knows that she brought Jen to Amsterdam, and she not fucking with her like that. So she was like, you know what? Let me get Kristen to text him. So all this craziness, because the majority of the episode was this fallout, was this big thing at the scene when we saw the trailer when Malaysia throwing that table. The majority of the episode was that, and some more stuff came about, and now that's what most are gonna talk about. It wasn't really nothing else. So they went to get Kristen to text Shawnee. So Kristen, Evelyn, and Jen was sitting there talking and say, "Speak your piece. Tammy's not here. You could clear your name. Tell the Shawnee what's up and everything and all that craziness." The other ladies was all walking in heels down this street with cobblestone. I don't know who the hell told them to wear heels when they thinking all these cobblestone thing, and it's tough to walk on that. So Cece was all behind, walking back slow. And the ladies was all funny. It was funny, but they always had a good time. So Shawty got a text for Kristen saying, "Meet us for drinks over here at this thing." So they all went together, and when they all came, they would think they was only gonna get Shawnee, but it was the whole crew. And when they saw the girls, they said, "Oh!" So they all was like, "Oh, what's going on?" Because Jen wanted to talk to Malaysia and Shawnee one-on-one by themselves. Now when it said the whole group is not, she not gonna really get a chance. Or she could get a chance, but it's going to be in front of the other girls instead of one-on-one like she wanted to be. So it's like, Jen, here's your chance to say what you got to say and not backpedaling and pussy popping and admit to what you've done and admit what you're saying. Because Malaysia is pissed because she don't like that, the fact that she was supposed to be used to plant a bug in Shawnee's ear about Evelyn sleeping with one of her exes. So it was like she wanted to Malaysia use the information to use whatever she wanted, but Malaysia did have some information that she used the way how she wanted, because now Jen it backfired on you. So when Malaysia got there and everybody was sitting down, it was kind of awkward, and the tension was like, what's going on, to break the ice. So it was saying something. So Malaysia started saying, "Jen, I had a problem with you because we supposed to be friends, and I didn't like that fact that you trying to use me as a pawn to get at Shawnee, and that's not how I am, and I didn't like that because you said use the information to go, but I'm not that type of person to do some stuff like that. So for you to plan and plot something, I have a problem with you for doing that." So here go Jen. "Oh, it wasn't me. Tammy." I said, "Tammy is not there." And y'all still saying Tammy's name. Tammy is not there to defend herself, and I think Malaysia said that in her confessionals. Tammy's not here to defend herself. So why is she bringing Tammy names in here? And the fact that not explaining to yourself, like she always doing that. She said, "Tammy's the problem." It's like Tammy's the problem who brought everything up. And it wasn't for Tammy to say everything else, we would never go through the issues. I said, if you never say anything, it wouldn't be nothing for Tammy to come about with. So like that. And we all say Tammy's message was bringing this stuff a year later. But now, it doesn't matter because you were saying this stuff. So if you wasn't saying that stuff, it would never be brought to Tammy to say anything a year later. So stop blaming Tammy. Own your shit, Jen. And if you own it, people believe you more, but then you're not owning it. So she said, no, Tammy's the one who said all that. Tammy the one information that wanted you to say all that. Tammy. It was all by Tammy. Malaysia's getting pissed off because she said, you lying. I can't stand you. You lying. And the fact that you sitting here and saying all this stuff, not knowing that the one who brought you here, you were saying shit about her. You said mad shit about her and her daughter. So when Evelyn said that, they said, oh, Jackie was like, oh, no. Because you know how last season when Jackie said something about Evelyn's daughter, but she really said much towards her. She just said, what if I listen to the blogs, people saying that your daughter's a builder whore? That's what she's saying, but she said it was something that she heard. She said, what if I would said that and believed that your daughter's a builder whore? So Evelyn was like, oh, you talking about my daughter? You talking about my daughter? They had a big blowout between those two last season, Jackie and Malaysia, and they was fighting, come to blows. They couldn't stand each other, a lot of stuff. So now that comment, we already know what's it originated from, or what she heard, or what this woman started from. So Evelyn's like, what's going on? What? Hold up. And not only knows that, Shawnee knows what information that Jen was saying, and then she also was holding all this information years ago and not telling Evelyn. I said, y'all supposed to be good friends. Why the hell you didn't tell Evelyn this stuff then? So it's like hypocritical stuff not going on, because y'all all blaming Tammy for bringing stuff up for a year, stuff like later or years after that she knew, and not telling your friends right away, but yet you know information, but you're not telling the person right away. So Malaysia said, you know what, I'm gonna beat you at your own game. Since you want me to tell information how I want to tell you, I'm gonna tell you how I use it, and not the other stuff. So I'm gonna tell Evelyn what you said about Shanice. So Evelyn said, what? What's going on? So Evelyn was like blindsided and everything. Chris is sitting there and was like, oh, I don't know who to believe, because this is crazy. Like, I don't think Malaysia would sit down and concoct this and get together with Shawnee and come with a plan of getting back at Jen and ganging up on her. I said no, but they both came to their own accord. They both said what they want to say, and I don't think Malaysia is lying, and I don't think Shawnee is lying either, but Malaysia went first. So Malaysia took Evelyn over there. She said, what's going on? She said, what about my child? She said, it's about my Shanice. And she said, yeah. Evelyn and Jen said they made up. They were supposed to be good friends. And whatever they said towards each other in the back past, they was going to mend that and move on with their friendship. That's what they said. But I guess Evelyn and I, she only knows what Jen was saying about her. She don't know anything that what Jen is saying about her child. And Jen said, I never said anything about Shawnee. I love Shawnee. I know her since she was 6 years old. I've been around. I love Shawnee's. So I would never say anything. I'll say, oh, well, you said something, because the time you was pissed off, people say things when they pissed off with the other person so much, they would talk about anything about them. They would talk about their lives. They would talk about their spouses. They would talk about their child. Remember you said in the radio station about Evelyn Mann in the radio station, and Evelyn, you think Evelyn would know that, and you said something, and you were trying to backpedal like you didn't meet that, and then you had a broken relationship, but you mend that. You made up for that, but from that, Evelyn was pissed off. So you say something about spouses, you say something about her. So it's not far-fetched when you would say something about her child. If you're so angry with her, you want to destroy her. So Malaysia took Evelyn to the side and told Evelyn everything. She said, you know that comment? She said, did you have a roommate? Before she took it aside, she said, did you have a roommate sometime in the past? And she said, yeah, we had a roommate later, before, in the past. She said like that. I said, how the hell will Malaysia know they had a roommate if Jen didn't say something? She said, well, apparently that roommate was saying a lot of foul shit about your daughter and was telling Jen this, and now Jen was saying all this stuff. So she said, what's going on? What's going on? And I guess around Shanice was 16 years old, and they say like that Shanice, she said her daughter was a hoe, and she was sleeping with a lot of men, and said her body is not real, her body is fake, and everything. And Evelyn was like, what? Because, you know, And it was very confident stuff that the roommate said about Evelyn's daughter that was told to Jen. And then Jen spread this out, saying that, oh, yes, Shawnice is a builder whore. Shawnice is a whore and all that stuff. Because then that's when Malaysia said, took Evelyn to the side and said, you know what? I'm referring to where they were saying that Shawnice, they were blurring out of the words, but you could tell based on his facial expression what they saying. It's like Shawnice is getting blowjobs, Shawnice is fucking, she having sex, and all this turns tone down to that she's out there, and that Jackie comment she said mentioned last year when Jackie said that comment last season about the builder whore, that was part of it, and they're saying that basically saying Shawnice is a hoe, overall hoe. It's a well-known hoe around that area. And so she took that, and she was like crazy. So Malaysia said that. She said, there, I said what I just said, and I gave the information that you told me, and I said it. And so it's like, woo, she said, wow. And I was like, that's crazy. And Jen was like, what did you talk about? No, I never said anything. Now, I would never say anything like that. So you keep saying that, but you swear you're not saying that. And it was like, Jen, I believe you said something, because just when you say you didn't swear anything about that freaking situation with Evelyn, and you would never say anything about Evelyn and sleep with the thing, and I can't do that to my friend, but then turn around and find out you did said that and you admitted it, but now you saying that, I probably said something about, well, yeah, it was Shawnee 16, and she was saying like that to that effect, but I never said anything about anything else about your daughter. I never said anything bad about your daughter. And she was trying to deflect and trying to defend herself, but Evelyn was not hearing it, because when she hear about her daughter, she shuts down, and you know how she gets about her child. And Jackie know firsthand about that. So Malaysia getting pissed off. She said, you a lying bitch. I can't stand you and everything. I'm going to fight you. So Malaysia started getting pissed off. And it took because it took a while for us to see that side of Malaysia. Because Malaysia usually don't show that side of her like that. She may bicker back and forth with you. She may argue back and forth with you. But she would never take it to that level where she want to fight you. Because Malaysia always poised like that. So the fact that Malaysia want to fight this girl is like really hurt her, because she said, I thought you was my friend, and you're not really a good friend because you backstab me and try to use me to get to Shawnee, and now you try to say that now it's on Tammy. You lying bitch. Minute, own up to your shit and we move on, so like that. And you did say all that stuff. How would I know all that stuff if you didn't say it? And now you saying you're not saying anything, make it try to me like feel like I'm a liar. No, I'm not lying. You the one lying. So she said, oh, let me fight this girl. They trying to calm Malaysia down. That's when Malaysia took that table and just flung it at Jen. It didn't hit her, but it almost did. And she said, oh, you want to fight? After she got guarded by everybody else, she said, oh, you want to fight? And you want to I didn't want to come here to fight you, but you want to fight? Let's do this. I said, bitch, Jen, you don't want to fight Malaysia. She said, oh, yeah, Malaysia thinks she's from the content, and hood chicks get beat up. Hood chicks get beat up. She got a rude reckoning. I said, I want to see you beat her up then. I want to see you beat her, because you had no fire in you when she was coming after you. So, but then, that's that. So, Kristen was trying to calm Malaysia's down. I said, 10, count to 10. And Malaysia was like so red. She was seeing red. She said, oh, I can't stand. I'm going to fight this bitch. I'm going to get at this bitch and everything. And even after then, even after knowing that Jen is a lion and all that shit, Kristen still want to be friends with her. I said, miserable bitch, get the fuck out of here. I was like, after you know your cousin, you believe your cousin. You say you would believe your cousin, but now you don't know who to believe. You just met Jen. How you gonna feel like Jen's word, take Jen's secrecy of her word too hard? It's like you don't know that. You just met this girl. You try to be so cool with her that you thinking that she won't have no manipulative bit of bone in her body. What she does, Jen is a sour bitch. She's a angry, broken, sour bitch. And said, just leave that alone and just let it be. But the fact that you say you so torn, I said, how you so torn? You don't know this Jen. So that means that you so far up Jen's ass that you just wanted to save face and say that this that. But you was calming. Give you props for calming Malaysia down, because we don't want Malaysia going to jail out there. Don't want her to fight and cause a scene. And step back to where she was, or step back to that part that she don't want to go. She don't want to relive. So calm her down. And then after they girls separated and calmed down, Charlotte and Jen said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So Evan was like, did she say anything about child? And then Shawnee said, yeah, she did say shit. She said, what? She said, you did say something to me, Jen, about some things about Shawnee. She said, when? I never said anything to this. I never said that. Can you tell me when I said this or what was said? I don't know what she talking about. She said, you know what you said, Jen. She said, I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said. She said, Evelyn said, Shawnee, she said anything about my child? She said anything about me being a bad parent? She said anything about me? What she said? Tell me. She said, I don't want to say it. She said, just tell me, Shawnee. She said, Shawnee, tell me. And then the answer, because Evelyn had large earrings. So when she was crying, and then she said, tell Shawnee, tell me something. I was like, Jen. And then Jen was looking at her like she goes, do not. I said, maybe she know her friend that she probably won't hit her because she could bake it that Evelyn won't hit her. But when a woman take off her earrings while she freaking crying, that means she angry and she ready to pop off and blow off. So you better distance yourself a few steps back, girl, away from this girl, because she want to jab your ass. She said, I want to punch Jen in her face. And she said shit, and I can't believe her. She a lying bitch, all that stuff like that. And I can't believe she would say all this shit about my daughter. And I thought she was my good friend and she would never say me this. But now I was like, I'm looking at side-eyeing Shawnee. It was like, Shawnee, you held this information about Evelyn, what Jen said about Evelyn's daughter, because you said you didn't want to mess up the friendship. You a good friend. I didn't want to say anything because it would be bad and all that stuff. But still, you hold on to the information. But now you want to bring it up because you mad at Jen. So why say this back then? Just like I told Tammy, why Tammy didn't say that back then when she knew. But now you knew something, but you didn't say nothing till now. So you want to say things to further approve Malaysia thing. It would say, yeah, you did say it. You say something about Shawnee's, about and she said, what? When she said, Shawnee, tell me what she said. When she said, Shawnee, tell me. So Shawnee basically said that Jen said that Shawnee's was taking care of the household. Evelyn was a bad parent. She was not parenting the household. Shawnee's was paying the bills. She was doing all this stuff. She was what's she saying? She was saying take care of things, trying to take care of things in the household because Evelyn's a bad parent. Basically, that's what she was saying. So Shawnee's would have to do what she had to do. So I guess that part of that whole comment, like she having to sleep around, just get money, just to pay for the household, just to do things for the household, whatever. The connection is there. Basically, she was saying that Malaysia said Shawnee's. They would say that Jen said Malaysia. Jen told Malaysia that Shawnee's is a builder whore, she's hoeing and she going out there having sex and everything. Probably leads to that back in the time when they had a woman and they were saying all that shit, that Shawnee's was taking care of the household. Evan is a bad parent. She wasn't around for Shanice, so Shanice had to do what she had to do to take care of the household. So Evan was pissed, so she had to walk off, and she didn't say nothing to Jen. She said, fuck Jen, me, friendship with Jen and I is over. I said, you say that now, but then you go get back with her. I said, I see. But I was like, wow. I said, now you want to say something to Shawnee? You had this information, now you want to say something? She said, oh yeah, she told me this. And I said, I don't understand. I said, really, I don't really understand. But basically, I believe Malaysia and I believe Shawnee. Because if you were to say something about Shawnee sleeping with her ex, and had no receipts proving it, and then you knew some stuff, and you were saying text messages as a group text to tell whoever knows the information to tell Shawnee, but especially in Malaysia, and now you will say some other things, and now the fact that you don't remember saying this thing it shows volume to you, because now it's saying that, damn, I don't know what's going on. And I don't know what's said, and I don't know if I did say it. But she said, oh, I swear in my mother's grave that I never said anything about Shawnee. So Evelyn said, you will swear on your mother's day you never said anything about my child and stuff like that. I was like, ugh. And Shawnee said, I swear on my kids that you said that shit, Jen. I said, I believe Jen would say that, because she don't remember a lot of shit that she didn't say when she was angry. Yes, you and Evelyn was angry at the time, but you had to admit that you said that shit. And you have to own up to it when it comes out. So you would think that this shit don't come out because you was angry at the time with her. So it validates your reason, but it doesn't validate your reason at all, girl. You said that shit, no matter if you pissed or not. If you was gonna say that shit and not get back with Evelyn as friend, and you said y'all done with each other, then you done with each other. You said what you said. But the fact that you got back with her, knowing that you said all this shit in the past, and you thinking that it was not gonna come out because you saying to the people that you thought not gonna say anything, you wrong. You wrong. Own up to the shit, and that's it. So that's after everything was done with that night. They gonna smoke weed. The girls were smoking weed and everything, and they was having a good time, laughing, choking. It was funny. Jackie took one puff of that weed. She said, "Oh, I can't do it anymore. My chest is chest." I was like, Jackie. She can't hang. Jackie cannot hang. She said she would try it, but I don't smoke at all. So I would not. I don't know. Maybe I could be with Jackie. I could probably take that one. If I ever try it, I would take that one puff and I'll say, "Oh, I'm not done. I'm done. I can't do it." So I was laughing with Jackie, but they had a good time. They was kicking, laughing, enjoying themselves, smoking weed, and there was no care in the world. They was enjoying themselves, and they had a good time. So Shawnee told Tammy, they FaceTime each other. Shawnee told Tammy what everything was happening, and she said, "You missed everything." She said, "What happened?" And I guess at first let's go about the tattoo they had on their fingers. I said, that was so jammed up. Why did you get the tattoo like that? I guess whatever. I guess it's a commitment towards each other that they bound for together for life or something like that. And then she took rehashed the whole story what happened about what's going on. Malaysia wanted to fight ass Jen, and she said what? And then I had to get at Jen, and I had to tell Jen that Jen said stuff about Evelyn's daughter and stuff like that. She said, "Oh." So Tammy was like, "I'm glad I ain't come down here." I said, "Tammy, yes you did. You glad you didn't come down there because you was not needed." So like that, they handled their own deal, so they spun their own craziness. So they did it themselves. So you didn't have to come down there. Glad you didn't come down there because you didn't have to fight and all that stuff. You keep to your peace and let them destroy themselves. So later on, Kristen met with Jen and she said, "I don't know what's going on. I don't know who to believe. I don't believe. I know that my cousin, and I don't think my cousin would sit down and concoct a plan with Shawnee and stuff like that to come out and attack on you." Because Jen said, "I don't know where that come from. I think they gang up on me and stuff like that. And that's not what I wanted to do, all that stuff." I said, "I don't know. I don't think they would sit down. It was no point that Shawnee and Malaysia came together and concocted a plan because as before, Shawnee and Malaysia wasn't even speaking together. They didn't even care for each other. They just now started making up. So I don't think they would have sat down and talk about this stuff after they know some information in the past because they wasn't cool in the past. So they want to come up now and say, "Oh, I know this and I know that it's coming to Jen," because none of them knew that he was coming to Amsterdam. So you can't say they game up on you. So I don't know what you're telling on what you're saying. Until Evelyn told Shawnee that he was coming. Malaysia didn't know he was coming. So when they saw you there, they was like, "What's she doing here?" And that's what came up about. So I don't think they concoct anything. Jen, you got caught in your lies and own up to it. And Krista was like, "I don't know," all that stuff. I said, "Krista, shut up. Shut up. I don't care. You straddling the fence. You trying to be back with your family, but now you saying that you don't want to completely dismiss what Jen is saying." It's like, come on now. Whatever. That was the end of the season. Hope you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm done with this. Next week's the reunion. After reunion, that's it. I'm not doing any more basketball wives. I'm not reviewing it anymore. It is draining. It is just ladies do the same arguments, the same issues, the same things. They need to get done together, the same formula. They need to do something different. Get probably whole new cast members because the same people. It's something. It needs to refresh the series. So hope you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.